All right, so in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at 5 money excuses that are probably holding you back. Let's get started. All right, so there's a lot of people out there that as they go in through try and grow in their financial and personal life, things just get in the way. There's always barriers, roadblocks, and that kind of thing. So in this episode, what I want to do is just kind of rifle off and give you a couple of quick tidbits and tips and insights to some of the money excuses that many people make out there and some of the things that could be holding you back. So we're going to start out with number one here that I have is, I don't make enough money to save or invest. If you've heard yourself saying something like this, you're not alone. A lot of people out there, they say things like that. I don't make enough to be able to save or invest. So what typically happens is kind of like the snowball effect of, hey, maybe you're making $20,000 a year or $40,000 a year. And there's a lot of expenses between car expenses, childcare expenses. They all start to add up. And you may feel like, hey, I just don't have enough money or cash flow to be able to do other things for saving or investing, maybe for your kids' college, or maybe investing for yourself for the future, for retirement. The fact is that even if you start small, take a little bit at a time and start putting it away, it'll start to grow. Yes, it is more difficult to do those things when you're not making as much free disposable cash flow as maybe some other people, but you got to start somewhere, and you got to start that snowball effect. You got to start doing it a little bit at a time. Even if it's, 1 penny turns into 2, 2 pennies turn into 3, just a little bit at a time helps your bank account and piggy bank grow one step at a time. So that's kind of one of the biggest excuses that I see. Another big one here that we have is that there's no time for a side hustle or a second job. And I totally get it. If you have kids, maybe you're full-time mom, stay-at-home dad, whatever the case is, sometimes there really isn't enough time in the day. But I will say that a majority of people, they spend their time playing on their phone. They're out there watching TV. Usually the average American watches 4 to 6 hours of TV per day. So there's always room and opportunity for, if you really want it bad enough and you have kind of financial trouble and you want it bad enough to make some more extra income on the side, you could probably go out and either get a second job or at least a side hustle. Maybe it's just like 1 hour a night where you work and do a few things, and that could just help maybe give you an extra $100 a week or $1,000 a month. It's just taking those steps, baby steps, a little bit at a time, and that can help increase your personal financial situation, where you could take that money and use that as investment income or saving income to continue to kind of grow financially. All right, let's look at number 3. And it's kind of like, I don't know where to start. Like, where do I really go on the financial basis is, okay, so I'm making some money. Now, what is it that I do with my money? Or how do I make more money? There's always kind of issues of, I just don't know where to start. You could definitely take a look at our channel here and our website, MyLittleNestEgg.com. You can take a look at that. If you're trying to get into a little bit more building a business or making money through blogging, YouTubing, that kind of thing, you could take a look at Backstage Income. And then I also have something with Traders Fly, where if you're looking for the investment or active investing already, maybe you're okay with things financially, then you could later on look at this website. But there's always resources online that if you just go ahead and do a little bit of a search, take the time to read a few articles, just put some of the other activities that you're doing down and just, hey, do a quick little search of, hey, I'm interested in learning how to save more money. I'm interested in learning how to budget. I want to learn how to make some money on the side. And by taking those steps to just doing some searches, you might come up with even a few books that you'll go out and purchase. And that could also open up your mind to some possibilities. Maybe you're more of a income earner. Other people maybe are more into the saving aspects at the beginning. And whatever path you choose, just get started, because that'll help build momentum. And as you get that momentum going, it'll accelerate all the other things and aspects in that financial department. Okay, let's look at item number 4, and that is, I will have plenty of time later. So a lot of people brush things off in the current time right now, so in the immediate time frame. Instead, they want to brush things off, like saving and investing, to sometime in the future, or even getting a better job. You might be stuck at your job where you're making $7 an hour, and you might want to go into a $12, $13 an hour job. But if you're staying at your current job and you're not really progressing, or your earning isn't accelerating or increasing, Then what you might want to do is maybe start looking for a second job or a different job where that income can be replaced. So starting right now, immediately, there's no better time. So there's plenty of people that always talk about this, but you got to really just take the action and just do it. Plenty of time later, it's just an excuse to push things further and further down the road. I'll do it later, I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. My son always says, hey, I'm going to go ahead and we'll do bath time tomorrow. We'll do bath time tomorrow. And tomorrow leads into 2 days, 3 days, and so forth. So take action, do it, and that'll help you progress forward. All right, fifth thing is I can't invest because I'm in debt. Some people do take the approach where if you're in debt, you can't invest because I have this burden over my shoulders, and that could be, of course, a problem. But if you look at, the mortgage situation, that could be considered a form of debt. It's kind of not as bad debt as kind of credit card debt, but that could also be considered debt. So if you have a mortgage, but there's plenty of people that have mortgages that still invest their income because you're taking some form of money to be able to make more money from it. And that's the point of investing, to kind of grow your income. So even if you have debt, credit card loans, car loans, those kinds of things, you can still put some money aside to investing in yourself first to be able to make a little bit more money, putting that capital to work, putting those dollars to work to be able to continue to grow and increase your personal financial situation. Anyways, I hope these tips help you as far as excuses go, to open up your mind and awareness of, hey, if you're making a few of these excuses, then it might be time to take some action, take some steps forward, because it's really just comes down to that awareness factor. If you're not aware of it, you might be kind of blindsided by it later on. So take some steps, action steps to moving forward, continuing to improve and increase your personal financial situation a little bit at a time. Even if you're kind of feeling down about it, just take baby steps, one step at a time, one penny at a time, moving forward. All right, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in another video.